Welcome to GZR Ground Zero Radio with Michaela Compton, Mike Karen, and Tris Mahaffey.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this party started. How's it going?
Excellent.
Well, welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Michaela Compton, and I'm happy to be here tonight with Tris Mahaffey and Mike Karen. And our special guest tonight is Story and Tune, who's driven all the way up from San Diego to be here.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
We're exhausted from driving.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for doing that, though, really. So, yes. It hurt? I'll make sure it is. Let me make sure, Karen, we can hear you.
I am Story
There
after
she is.
all.
We need the story.
That's right.
We absolutely need story and tune both, right? It's not a
Nope.
song without both.
That's right.
Ensemble.
Ta-da! Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
So we're going to be talking about your musical journey and also sharing songs off of your album, Light from the Break.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let's start off with, how did the two of you form this union of story and tune?
Well, Instagram mostly. We're married. We're married and also musical partners, but we met on Instagram. And Ben slid into my DMs with a little, do you want to write a song together sometime? Which I later found out he says to all the girls and all the everybody's, really.
I'm adding that to my list.
Yeah, just anybody.
Of ones that were.
Want to write a song?
Anybody want to write a song, but he meant it. He was being sincere.
It's called the Nashville handshake. We should write sometime. It's what they say in Nashville. That's just.
So he slid in, and we started talking, I think, about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the rest, as they say, is history. We started writing songs together, and then we fell in love, and here we are.
Aw, that's an
Nice.
awesome story.
Yeah.
So how long have you been officially story and tune?
It's a great question.
Yeah, we met in 2018.
Yep.
And then I moved to San Diego in 2019. And then we started writing in the summer of 2019, really a story and tune. So we wrote the second season of a show called Larry the Wonder Pup in Australia. And that was the first thing we kind of wrote together. But we're also writing, at the time, we were doing a summer songwriting prompt, which was one song a week for 10 weeks.
Yep.
And we wrote a bunch of the songs that are actually on the record now in that kind of summer streak.
Yeah, that's right. And then we got married in November of 2020 in the middle of the pandemic.
Awesome. What a nice love story. Mushy.
Oh, sweet.
No, that's very sweet. And how lucky for you both also that you did discover each other and connect prior to the whole lockdown thing.
Yeah. It was a
So-
little intense. It was very much like, nice to meet you, and lockdown.
Yeah. Stay 6 feet over there on our date, okay? We got a date with the distance of 6 feet. No, I love the story. That's awesome. So you are Ben, originally from Australia?
That's right. Yep. I've been here for 12 years. Most of those in New York City, and then I moved out to San Diego when I met Karen. And I've been here for 4 years or so.
You moved here for this woman?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Oh, be still my heart. Wow.
I had a whole Consider San Diego marketing campaign that I pulled. It was great.
That's great.
And it worked.
Yep.
Yep.
It worked. And so Story and Tune was born. And here we are today to share from your album. And the first song up is Beautiful Girl.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about this song?
Sure, yeah, just in short. A lot of our songs are kind of my words and Ben's music, and sometimes that flips, but that's a lot of what you get. And we've got a 10-year-old little girl at home, and this song is really just, I wanted to give her some messages about just being able to be anyone that she wants to be, some really free. I grew up with a pretty limited idea of what women could be, and this song is my attempt to give her a broader idea of what the future could hold.
Laughter has a way of cracking open, habit of collecting up the broken, a little more likely to bleed. Your mama gave the kind of hope that wraps around your ribcage, spills 1,000 words onto a blank page, a little more likely to be. Beautiful girl, while you're busy patching up the world on your own, don't you know? Beautiful girl, wrapping up tomorrow in your 12-mile shore. Oh, you deserve beautiful things your mama gave you. Headstrong, accidental way you dream, razor edge propensity for scheming, a little more likely to steal. Your mama gave you a genuine affection for disaster, the way you bouncing back the morning after, a little more likely to heal. Oh, beautiful girl, while you're busy patching up the world on your own, don't you know? Beautiful girl, wrapping up tomorrow in your 12-mile shore. Oh, you deserve beautiful things. Don't you ever dare belong to anyone but yourself. Don't you ever hesitate to ask someone for help. Don't you feel an ounce of shame for something you don't know. You got time to grow. We got a lifetime left to go.
And we are back in the studio with Story and Tune. I loved Beautiful Girl.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yay. So your 10-year-old at home is a girl?
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Can we give her a shout out?
Absolutely. Fable, we love you so much.
Shout out to Fable. Yay. How sweet.
Yeah, she's the best.
Uh-huh. You're a proud mama.
I am.
Of course.
Yep. That's a lot of where the songwriting comes from. I think 90% of the songs we write, it's just trying to write her love letters, over and over again in different ways.
Yeah.
As often as we can.
Exactly. You just write from your own heart,
Yep.
your own life.
Yep.
I love that. So you have someone covering your songwriter round in San Diego tonight, but it's still happening tonight.
Yeah, we do every Monday, 6 to 9 at the Old Sod, which is in Normal Heights. That's the the old music strip there in San Diego, and I really, really want to be there. We didn't start it at that venue. We started somewhere else, but we transitioned there in October because I really wanted to be part of the tradition of that strip, because that's
Adams
where
Avenue.
Adams Avenue is where Lestats West was. Lestats is still there. It's open, but it's not in the room anymore. It's changed. And Lou, who is the incredible guard of that place, passed away, unfortunately. So kind of missing him and missing that energy in the scene. That's where I kind of wanted to be, right there, where a lot of the stuff began.
Awesome. I'd love to make my way down there sometime. And also, the Writers Round is these different locations that we've been talking about on Ground Zero. There's one in San Diego. There's a brand new one here in Orange County at Neat Coffee. There's one in LA. And also that has been extended over into Knoxville, Tennessee, and New Jersey as well. And you can go to, I believe, there is a website, and I will post that website.
Writersround.org.
Thank you. .org, writersround.org. You can see all of the locations, and you want to, if you are a songwriter interested in playing, you want to contact each individual location about playing there. But that's quite a phenomenal thing, though, to have a network of places where songwriters can just go to that one source, that one website, and say, hey, I want to play here, 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 and here. And thank goodness, because it's such a struggle for original artists to figure out where to play.
Yeah, I mean, we went up to LA, so Greg and Good Company, who I think is a friend of the stations here.
Yep.
He started LA about 3 years ago, and we went up there in 2021, October, and I was just blown away. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I was dreaming about doing something like that, and I spoke to Greg, and he was like, here's my number, call me this week. So we were the first franchise, if you will, outside of LA, and it's just been so successful for us in San Diego, and just building back community, I think, post-COVID, where people were so isolated, and songwriters trying to figure out their kind of way through. And then, like I said, in San Diego, there's a lot of venues that were very beloved that didn't make it through. So just filling the need, I think, for community and for originality. And I'm so stoked that there's going to be, there's already so many franchises all over the place, and we're hoping there'll be more down the track.
Yeah, definitely. So off of your album, track number 2, I'll Never Tell. What are you never going to tell?
Usually
tell us anyways.
We just introduced this song as it's a good song about a bad idea.
And I don't wanna hear. Don't come any closer, I won't whisper in your ear that there's something you aren't feeling. Maybe I don't feel it too. Back up, baby, I'll forget I don't belong to you. And there's no use beginning what you can never end. All pretend there's nothing going on, and it's just as well. No mystery, no part of me that's itching to rebel. Lord, we might be heaven or hell, but you won't ask, and I'll never watching from clear across the room. 100 people in this place, and all I see is you. Go on, laugh like you don't notice, act so they won't see. Back up, baby, I'll forget that you don't belong to me. There's no sense in playing, you can never win. So I don't know when you don't know, and there's nothing to begin. There's nothing going on, and it's just as well. No mystery, no part of me that's itching to rebel. Lord, there might be heaven, oh hell, go back to your corners,
safe inside your walls.
this ain't what you're after, love, and no love after all.
Oh, now there ain't no use in blur, the lines that we have drawn.
So I don't know,
And I don't know, 'cause
knowing would be wrong. There's nothing going on, and it's just as well. No mystery, no part of me that's itching to rebel. Lord, we might be heaven or hell, but you won't ask, you won't ask, you won't ask, and I'll never tell, I'll never tell, I'll never tell, I'll never.
I'll Never Tell by Story and Tune. I love how you take turns with the vocals.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. It just keeps my ear interested
Yeah.
in this story.
Yeah, we have a lot of, it's lucky. We were lucky that we happened to blend well, and, we got together, and then we spent a ridiculous amount of time together in a quarantine and got to really, dial in those harmonies and figure out who sings what. So overall, we've just had a really charmed time as far as our ability to write together and make things work. It's been really lovely.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this. You guys just meet.
Uh-huh.
You fly from another country to you're in New York, and then you come to San Diego. If I got that timeline correct,
Uh-huh.
and then hi, nice to meet you. We're locked down.
Yeah.
We can't leave.
Oh, yeah.
We're stuck with each other.
Yeah, and we had just actually moved in. We share a home with another couple. So we had all just moved in February of 2020 thinking, oh, we'll rarely see each other. We'll just we go to work and we'll see each other in passing.
We'll go to work. Yeah.
Then they got a dog, and then the world shut down. And we're like, well, now we only see each other.
And then one of our housemates decided to become a drag queen
So then we had,
during
then we
pandemic.
had 5 people in the house.
Wow. So interesting.
But it was a lot of fun. We wound up doing a live stream every Thursday night. We learned 700 cover songs, and then built a really lovely little musical community. And it was a great time. We did a total request live thing every Thursday, and it gave us something to come back to every week. It kept us grounded. And
Definitely. And it kept you plugged in
Yep.
Yeah.
to your
Absolutely.
fans, to your music, to your own heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Good for you for making something good out of that time frame.
We all did whatever we could, I think.
Right? Well, some of us slept.
Yeah, we did a lot of that too.
Oh, man, it's so awesome having you here. So we're going to listen to Red Tide next. Do you have a story to go with this song?
Do I have? I always have a story. So this one, I don't know if it happens this far north. I think so. We have the red tide, which is the bioluminescent. So there's an algae that comes in, and then there's a bioluminescent plankton. This is a really nerdy science intro to this song. Welcome to Radio Lab, and we're going to do this intro. So I went to see the bioluminescence when I was pretty new to San Diego, and there were 100 people standing on the beach with acoustic guitars singing to the ocean. And I was like, oh, my people. This is right. This is so cheesy, and I love it.
I'm home.
And I thought it was so beautiful. And I always say I know that I married the right person, because I said to Ben at some point, I want to write a ghost story song about bioluminescence. And he was like, all right, cool. So this is a ghost story song about bioluminescence.
He built the house just north of where the sea took the girl with the long dark hair, and the ring she wore his best laid plans, and any hope he had that he might love again. Only 16 when he learned her name, 22 when she had it changed to his one Sunday late in June. Spent a week by the sea for their honeymoon. She said right here, the sand, the sky, the sun setting down and the look in your eye. This is everything I'll ever need. What else could have me? The sea kept the girl one morning swim, kept her life and tomorrow and the best of him. Though he searched the waves till the sky turned black, though he counted forevers that were never coming back. But blue like her eyes in an ocean grave came alive from the break of the crashing waves, and a voice like glass in the shattered glow, whispering a promise that she'd never go. He heard her right here, the sand, the sea, midnight shining over you and me. This is everything I'll ever need. What else could have me? Now she comes with a red tide, stays springtime by his side, and she says his name so sweet and clear that he don't care that nobody else can hear. With the winds change and the waves shine, with a light like the blue eyes, and she says his name so sweet and clear that he don't care that nobody else can hear. No one else can hear. He waits all year for the tide to change, when the waves turn red and the air turns strange. He stands by the sea till the sky goes black and the pale blue glows and the girl comes back. The town sings a story like a campfire song, how love is strange and deep and strong, while they watch him whisper to what they can't see, two ghosts sort of hearted to the light from the sea. They say out there, the sand, the sea. He smiles and he laughs like somebody free. He's got everything he'll ever need. What else could have me? Now she comes with a red tide, stays springtime by his side, and she says his name so sweet and clear that he don't care that nobody else can hear. When the winds change and the waves shine, with a light like the blue eyes, and she says his name so sweet and clear that he don't care that nobody else can hear. No one else can hear. He built the house just north of where the sea kept the girl with the long dark hair.
That is my favorite song on your album.
Thank you.
And I love the story behind the song. I never would have guessed that story behind the song. Yeah, but that's what I love about the stories behind the song, because it could just like take you by like, what? Okay. Yeah, great. Just a beautiful song. Your voices complement each other Just
absolutely.
what so nice. I love how your vocals, Karen, were moving differently from Ben's in certain areas, and then you come together on the next phrase, and the whole ghost story vibe that you were after, that's
ghosty.
There. It is ghosty. Yes.
Give me.
It's ghosty.
It's ghosty. Yeah, we were really lucky on this album. We partnered with our dear friend who's a San Diego legend. Jeff Berkeley produced it for us, and he really pushed me outside of my comfort zone and found some really fun ways to, make these songs. I mean, there's some theater in these. I'm a musical theater kid, and we're both little dramatic humans by nature. And so I think Jeff really found and leaned into that and found really creative ways to lean into the theatricality without making it, over the top.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just enough story.
Oh,
that
it is
feels
just
really great.
It is perfect. It is perfect. Oh, I'm so happy for you too. Like your not only your love story, but like your song story. Inspires me. There is hope. No. That's awesome. All right, so you ready for a little bit of Hurricane?
Absolutely.
All right, give me the story.
Well, do you want to tell this one? You can do it. You know the story.
Come on, Ben.
Yeah, so we're walking up a hill one day, and Karen's like, I think we should write an album about good boundaries. Because you've heard love songs, right? That they're a mess. It's like, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I'm sorry. Like, all the most terrible, codependent, terrible kind of boundary kind of things is love songs. And, Boundaries, that huge book that was so successful. But, like, maybe we should kind of write an album like that. We're sure to sell dozens and dozens of copies.
It's us and all the Brene Brown fans, We're like, boundaries and vulnerability. We can do it.
So this is what we set about to do, and this was one of the first songs that Karen kind of wrote for this kind of idea. And it turned out, it does sound a little bit like, baby, come back, you can blame it all on me.
It does.
but we still love the song, and it was also written for Fable. Just this idea that no matter what she kind of chooses to do with her life, we'll still love him no matter what, and we'll kind of come and do all kinds of extreme things to let her know that she's still loved.
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
Been a weapon, I'll open my hands. Show me what's left of the battle, and I'll be your last stand. Ask me to carry a story, I'll write you a song. Sing it on street corners till you know you belong. You need a fortress. I'm coming with mortar and stone. Oh, you need a wildfire. You ain't gonna light it alone. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. And holding is bringing you harm. If you gotta leave me, I'll be your someone to blame. If you look around, this tired old town is causing you pain. I'll be your hurricane. There ain't a limit to how many times you can change. My loving you ain't a contract for staying the same. There's nothing I wouldn't bend if it helps you to know. Nothing I wouldn't tear down if it helps you to grow. You need a fortress. I'm coming with mortar and stone. Oh, you need a wildfire. You ain't gonna light it alone. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. And holding is bringing you causing you pain. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. When holding is bringing you harm, you gotta leave me. I'll be your someone to blame. If you look around, this tired old town is causing you pain. I'll be your hurricane. I'll be your hurricane. Yes, I'll be your hurricane.
Well, hello. You're listening to GZR Ground Zero Radio. We have Story in Tune all the way from San Diego in the studio with us tonight. Woot, woot. Sharing songs from their Light from the Break album.
That's right.
And we're learning more about this couple, all that you do in the songwriting and storytelling world, including the Writers Round in San Diego, including, let me get this correct. Oh, no. I should, because this is a tongue twister.
I help you, but I don't know what you're going for.
You wrote 20 songs for the first season of, for the littlest of littles.
Tiny ones.
Tiny Ones. The name of the show?
NBC's Babble Bop.
See?
Yep, it is a funny one.
I was going to be like Bubble Pappy.
Babble Bop. Yeah, it's on Peacock, on the streaming service Peacock, and we wrote 20 songs for the first season and then another 20 for season 2, which was very exciting. And it is for teeny tiny, like 0 to 3-year-olds. So it goes beyond the songwriting challenge of writing for like 7-year-old kids is hard enough, but then you go down to 0 and you've got 20 words maybe to play with, and you're like, what can we say besides fun, you know? What do we do? So
it's Monday, gonna have a fun day.
Exactly. But it's a really good stretch for our brains as writers. Like, it helps us to really distill the song down to, you know, something really, really simple. And we find that actually really inspires us to write grown-up songs when we're doing the baby stuff at the same time. So they work in tandem really well.
I love that.
It's fun.
Absolutely love that. I've turned my daughter onto it.
Yay!
So now that I know season 1 and 2 is Story and Tune songs.
Yep, it's all dancey, and there's a lot of other great writers in there too. There's, I think, 70 songs total in each season.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's a ton of
Okay.
music, and some of those are classics. Some of them are, you know, nursery rhymes and public domain songs that we all grew up listening to. So it's really fun if you've got little kids that just want to bop around and listen to something. And it's all on Spotify now too, so they can find it there as well if they want to just play it for the babies.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you're into all this stuff. And next up, track 7 from your album, Light from the Break. This is titled Waltzing the Fault Line.
Yes, this is the newest song on the record. We actually wrote this with Jeff Beckley. He produced the record.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted to do something with him. And we're those fun people that at parties we talk about trauma and all of the hard things. So
We call our work trauma-informed harmony.
So this was a song that was really about that, and about the fault lines that we walk in intimate relationships, and the things that we dance around, the things that we don't say, the things we kind of find hard to talk about.
The cycles we get caught in, yeah.
I've been walking around all the holes in the floor at this house we've been haunting since late 94, when you signed on the line and I swore that I'd stay. We've been dancing with leaving since that day. I've been spinning around all the holes in my mind where the answers went missing in burying time. You fade in the echo or swallow me whole, I don't know. Keep waltzing the fault line, shifting the blame. Hollow shelter my name. We've been building our castles and trembling round, wondering why they fall down. You've been skirting around all the holes in your story. You're right when you're wrong, standing right here before me. How did you believe in the way this might go when you already knew what you already know? You've been running around like the walls here won't hold you, like a love is a trap set to shame and to scold you, like there's nothing here in this home that we've made left to say. Keep waltzing the fault line, shifting the blame, hollow the canyon, shelter my name. We've been building our castles and trembling round, wondering why they fall down.
What if I offer my hand and take it all into my arms while the whole world is shaking?
We'll dance through the shadows go.
When the aftershocks come down, we'll beg them for
We go round and round like there's no better way, like the sun always sets at the end of the day. But I've witnessed the world and I think there is more than we're saying. Keep waltzing the fault line, shifting the blame, hollow the canyon, shelter my name. We've been building our castles and trembling ground, wondering why they fall down. Keep waltzing the fault line, shifting the blame, hollow the canyon, shelter my name. We've been building our castles, trembling ground, wondering why they fall down.
You need to do a video in a like a country western ghost town.
Tumbleweed, tumbleweed, tumbleweed.
Yes. So tell me about this mandolin that you purchased.
I've owned 3 mandolins in my life. The first one, a friend of mine in New York gave me, and it was 2 for the price of 1 a guitar center. It was not a very good mandolin. But he said, we're going to be called the Dark Mando Brothers. We're only going to do like Katy Perry like cover songs and these mandolins together. I'm like, great. We never did that at all.
Let's see, what happened to that project?
We never played those
Interesting.
mandolins together, but I did start writing a lot on the mandolin, and I played this show in New York, and I was right before, like it was a couple of days before I was supposed to go on tour. It's a brand new venue. The wiring wasn't right. There was no ground. It was miserable. The AC kept on coming in and out, and this poor mandolin, which was terrible, was just totally out of tune. And so one of my friends Venmoed me some money and said, "Go get yourself a better mandolin." So,
For the love of God.
Please buy a better
just save all
mandolin.
your people on tour. So I found this thing called a Mandocaster, which is from Eastwood Guitars, and it's a cross between a mandolin and a Telecaster guitar. It's electric. It's gorgeous, and I've been touring with that since 2017. And then I wanted to have an acoustic mandolin, and so I was looking around on San Diego, and San Diego is hard on Craigslist. There's not a lot of great instruments online. New York usually is an amazing amount on Craigslist. But I found this one that was in Joshua Tree in Pioneer Town, and I wrote to the person, and then it was maybe 5 or 6 months later, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to be out there for the weekend. Is it still available?" And she's like, "Yes." So went out to this place.
In demand, obviously.
Obviously.
And she had 2 of them, but what caught my eye was it had been signed by one of Johnny Cash's original band members, and I was like, that's an amazing piece of Americana history I'd love to be a part of. But turns out this mandolin was just a cheap Chinese knockoff, was put together by this guy who has facing all these horrific charges. And so I'm just kind of like, well,
It's a piece of some kind of history.
It's a piece of something.
I don't know if it's the kind of history we really wanted a piece of, but
So there you go. Every mandolin I've had has some kind of weird story.
That's awesome. Oh, next up, the one who's leaving.
yeah, we're back to Boundaries again. This is a classic breakup song, really, but with a little bit of a twist to just, kind of get into that place where you're old enough and wise enough to stop chasing people who don't want to be caught. And if people insist on leaving you and not treating you well, to just let them go. And that's what this one's for. Let them go.
You slammed the door so hard when you walked out. That picture of my mom fell right off the wall. And somewhere in the shadow I could almost hear her words. Girl, don't you forget what you deserve. I know you've been taken for a ride. Going if I'm going it alone, so I won't chase you anymore. We've been down this road too many times before, so I won't drive through the night to find you. Write a love song that might remind you. Ways to pray that you keep believing. Honey, I ain't the one who's leaving. How to tell the story of a man who couldn't take what's given, 'cause he's given all he can. You were always bleeding, though I never raised my hand. You were always leaving just to find out where we stand. And I can't chase you anymore. I am stronger now than I've ever been before, so I won't drive through the night to find you. Write a love song that might remind you. Ways to pray that you keep believing. Honey, I ain't the one who's leaving.
We've been listening to Story in Tune, and we got a call in from a loyal listener named Rick right here in Costa Mesa.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Thank you so much for tuning into the show. You had a question for Story in Tune, and that is, what is your gig schedule? Where are you going to be playing next?
Thanks for asking, Rick. That cues us up real nice for some promotion, and we appreciate it. The closest we're going to be to this part of Southern California, because we're down in San Diego a lot, but we've got a gig coming up on July 15th out at a Cache Winery in Temecula. So that's at least a little bit further north. So that's July 15th. We'll be there in the afternoon doing a happy hour thing from, I think, 4 to 6 or so, 4 to 7 maybe.
It is a beautiful winery.
It is a gorgeous winery, and so that's a great opportunity to come out and do a nice little wine tasting and get some music. And that's our fun show, too, because when we're playing for 3 hours, we do all of our original stuff, but we also do a bunch of wacky covers, and we cover every genre ever, from every point in history ever. So it's great. And then if you are willing to make a trek down to San Diego, we are doing a really, really special show on August 4th at Studio West Live, which is a great Studio West, but Studio West Live is the name of the live series they're doing. And it's a great recording studio. It's just 45 seats, and that's going to be the only time we're playing this album with the full band that recorded it with us. So it's going to be a really special, little intimate show actually in the recording studio there. So that's on August 4th, and tickets for that are on our website at storyintune.com.
Perfect. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
There
Thanks
you
so
go.
much, Rick.
Thank you, Rick, so much for listening and calling in. And Story in Tune, thank you so much for coming up here to Costa Mesa to hang with us tonight.
So fun. Thanks so much for having us.
It
It's
is.
always a pleasure to actually talk to people who love music and kind of talk about the stories behind the songs.
Yeah, we appreciate what y'all are doing.
Yes.
Very much.
Thank you.
So, Story in Tune, and also remember that they are connected, or they're running or curating the Songwriters Round in San Diego as well. If you're a songwriter interested in playing that, you can get a hold of both of you or Ben.
Yeah, Writers Round San Diego, Writers Round SD. .com or on Instagram as well, and Lauren Lee, who's also a phenomenal San Diego songwriter, she's now hosting with me. She'll be taking over as we're transitioning out. So.
Yeah, we're making a move up to Portland soon, so she's going to be running the show in a couple months here, so it's going to be great.
Portland,
Oregon, we're coming for you.
Don't go until you stop by here first.
Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
We'll come and say hey.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely.
We'll be back regularly in Southern California.
We're
for
going to
sure.
have to come here all
Oh,
the time
good.
because
Yes, you
we're
just-
going to need the vitamin D. We're going to be coming down here.
Right.
Fill up, return, and it'll be great.
Yes, exactly. And I'll remind you, I'll just send you a message. Vitamin D?
Yep, perfect.
There you go.
That'll be great.
It's been super awesome having you both here tonight, and we're gonna exit this segment of our show with "The Way You Get Found" by Story in Tune. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about the song?
Sure. We both grew up in traditions where you do a benediction or a blessing or something for people when they leave. And we wanted to kind of take that concept and turn it into it's really sort of our blessing, our wish, whatever language you prefer for that, for anyone who knows that they need to leave something, whether that's a relationship, a job, a tradition that you grew up in, a bad family situation, a town that no longer fits, whatever that is. There's lots of reasons in life why leaving is the healthiest and best choice, and we wanted to write something that honors that. So this is our blessing, our best wishes for all y'all who have ever had to make that choice.
I bless the way you hold your tongue. When you find the room you're in, just ain't a listening one. I bless the way you change your mind. When you find the thoughts you're holding are the healing kind. I bless the way you close the door. The house that used to hold you isn't a shelter anymore. I bless the way you leave behind. You know there's something good out there, you gotta go and find. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the way you get found. haven't figured out. I bless the patience in your grief when it's pushing you to rise and when it's pulling you beneath. I bless the way you call your name, the gate kept in the sanctums where they said you couldn't stay. I bless the way you make a home in the wild and in the weary, in the precious white unknown. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the way you get found. Is the way you get found. I bless the way you close the door. The house that used to hold you isn't shelter anymore. I bless the way you leave behind. You know there's something good out there, you gotta go and find. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the way you get found. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the